Hello and welcome to Legacy IS Academy. In today's video, we will be discussing about Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Okay. So, talking about PMLA, why is it running in news at the first place is because Supreme Court has recently said that Enforcement Directorate has supreme powers, sweeping powers under PMLA. But this is the last week's news. 2023 May, Delhi High Court in one of the cases has slammed ED. Slammed ED matlab asked ED, why are you misusing your powers under PMLA or overreaching your powers under PMLA. Okay? So that is why it has been in news regularly. So talking about the PMLA itself. Section 3 of PMLA defines what is money laundering. The definition of money laundering includes all the acts that will be associated to proceeds of crime. Okay? So, by doing a crime, whatever has been the proceeds is say direct either involvement or assistance or attempt to deal with proceeds of crime will be considered as money laundering. This has been mentioned under section 3 of PMLA. Okay? PMLA has also categorized the offences into three halves, part A, part B and part C. Part A has enlisted a list of crimes, for example, crimes mentioned under IPC or Wildlife Protection Act or IT Act or Trafficking Act, Immoral Trafficking Act or Narcotics, Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act, Copyright Act. All these acts have enlisted certain crimes. If you are dealing with proceeds of such crimes, so this will be considered as an offence under Part A. If the proceeds of crime is more than 1 crore, then such offences will be dealt under Part B, and Part C ke liye it should be a trans-border crime. Okay? So, PMLA itself has categorized offences into Part A, B and C. What is the penalty? Depending upon how severe is the offence, the penalty can be ranging from 3 years to 7 years with or without fine. Okay? Now, talking about the authority, under PMLA, we have an authority, adjudicating authority, which says that under PMLA, I will be the judge. So, this investigation will be carried out by Enforcement Directorate. But when it has to be decided whether the investigations have been correct or not, we will be having adjudicating authority, which is created under PMLA itself. If a person is not satisfied with the decisions that have been taken by the adjudicating authority, then they have an option of going to the appellate authority. To the appellate authority, they can make an appeal against whatever decisions have come from the adjudicating authority. So that is the second body. The third body is the court, that is the sessions court. Sessions court may you can go, and if you are not happy with whatever has been the decisions, sessions court ka some hours have been designated as a special court to try the offences under PMLA. Okay? Who are the agencies that are involved in this? One is Enforcement Directorate. Enforcement Directorate has two tasks. They will have to carry out investigation, and whatever property they say that this has been obtained because of the proceeds of crime, such properties will also be attached in the complaint that has been filed by ED. Okay. So, investigation and attachment of properties under proceeds of crime is the task of ED. FIU is another body which is responsible for execution of PMLA, that is Financial Intelligence Unit. They are looking after all kinds of suspected financial transactions. So, all the financial transactions are monitored by them, and if it is there is some kind of involvement of proceeds of crime, so they will be segregating it and receiving, processing, analyzing and disseminating all such kind of suspected financial transactions shall be carried out by FIU. But apart from these two, we have other designated agencies which will be time to time designated. For example, some bodies can be designated for a particular period of time, or for rest of the other time they will not be handling or looking after execution of PMLA. So, other agencies can also be involved if PMLA requires this, if the authority says so. Okay. Talking about one of the challenges associated to Money Laundering Act. First very big challenge is there is no definition of proceeds of crime. We do have a definition of list of crimes. So, all the crimes which are mentioned under either IPC or Immoral Trafficking Prevention Act or NDPS Act. So, all these crimes are enlisted as crimes. But what are the proceeds of the crime? For this we do not have a proper clear definition under PMLA. Second very big problem is burden of proof will lie entirely on the accused. So as soon as ED has initiated a case against a person who is assumed to be the accused, so all the charges will be imposed on him. ठीक है? Now it is his burden to prove that he is innocent. ठीक है? So this needs to be balanced out. When we are writing the way forward, we need to write that this needs to be balanced out. Burden of proof needs to be balanced out. ठीक है? Plus overreach by the officers of ED, as we discussed, Delhi High Court has said कि ED Enforcement Directorate has time to time overreached its powers under PMLA in one of the cases called Pankaj Bansal versus Union of India case. ठीक है? And thus bail conditions are also very stringent with respect to PMLA. Even for minors or for petty crimes also, they do not get bail. ठीक है? So these are the existing challenges under Prevention of Money Laundering Act. With that, we come to the end of this topic. I wish you all the very best and thank you so much.